Well, Kozu-san, it's very nice to see you again. How are things going in Tokyo?
Yeah, thank you, Lovely. Nice to see you again. We're doing well. The KPMG in Japan, we've been working from home almost for a year now, and I'm going to the office once, probably twice a week. So, but other than that, we're doing well. Thank you.
Nice. Well, I guess all eyes are on the Olympics that perhaps may occur later this year. It's a wait and see,
We are pretty hopeful, yes.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about what's going on in the business field in Japan these days.
Okay, yeah. I think I'd like to talk about the three topics. The first one may be a corporate organization trend of the Japanese multinationals.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the Japan-specific trend, but not small numbers of Japanese multinational appears to start considering a corporate organization, such as divestment of non-core business lines and putting more focuses on their core competence under the new economic and business environment. And as a result, we've been observing increasing trend of deal advisory, both buy side and sell side, as well as the PMI advisory opportunities. And nowadays people's mind seems to be changing from borderless to, let's say, border full under the new normal. Which might have been caused not only because of COVID, but political tensions between countries with the major economies like US, China, EUs, etc., even before the epidemic. And under such an unforeseeable environment, and cross-border trade and supply chain models have also been reviewed by the businesses to secure continuity or sustainability rather than the short-term cost reduction, initiatives, which was, of course, one of the main drivers under the traditional supply chain planning strategy pre-COVID. And the second one is, development of the digital transformation, DX. And DX is also, the spreading rapidly in the accounting and the tax, administration practice field, aiming to accelerate digitalization and to realize paperless administration practices. Historically, Japan have been lagging, kind of behind most developed countries in such areas, always relying on a lot of paper-intensive, paper-based business administration. And I feel, however, a working from home environment due to the COVID has, ironically, dramatically changed people's mindset. And as a result, we are seeing a major shift in quite a number of companies that they are going for paperless, wet inkless or stampless, which is a Japanese traditional business operation, and start consoling cloud-based, contract execution tools such as DocuSign, etc. And to accelerate the change under the 2021 tax reform, the tax incentives are expected to be introduced regarding investment in facilities, which help increase, internet connectivity of things, what we normally call IoT. Use of the cloud computing to replace a legacy system and enhancement of cybersecurity, etc. And third topic, this may be also interesting, the ESG and SDGs. These have been top of mind issues for companies management for last few years, especially for large size corporations with various stakeholders as well as the financial institutions. In Japan, we've been kind of forced to rely on coal-fired power generation since after the Great Earthquake back in 2011, which while before that the nuclear power plants were the major sources of the electronic power supplies. This has made it very difficult for Japanese businesses to commit to a specific timelines for achieving net zero emission of a CO2. Due to lobbying and political pressures from business associations. But the new Prime Minister Suga he announced in his first general policy speech last October that Japan will aim to reach the the carbon neutrality by 2050. So to help industries accelerate the zero emission under the 2021 tax reform, there will also be another tax incentives for the investment in facilities, which help decarbonization. That is expected to be introduced as well. So the ESG SDGs have also been driving corporate reorganization, as well as the supply chain remodeling. So these are kind of topics I wanted to share with you, Rodney.
So it's really interesting, Kozu-san, because those are actually three pretty significant business change events you just mentioned, right? The focus on supply chains and minimizing business interruption, predating COVID, in part due to political tensions around the world, but just that focus on keeping the business safe. On the other hand, perhaps a further step towards the electronicization of the business, doing away with traditional features like stamps and things like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then this move towards ESG, which seems to be an evolving trend in many countries.
Absolutely.
So a lot of things top of mind to businesses in Japan today.
Keeping us busy, yeah.
Well, I'm sure it is keeping you busy, Kozu-san. So it was really nice to have a chance to catch up with you and hear what's going on. Hey, please stay healthy until you manage to get vaccinated, okay?
Thank you very much. You too, Rodney. Thank you very much for your time.